Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Mori and I'm one of the recreation therapy interns, if you didn't already know. And if you haven't noticed, I have my trusty waiver here. For this DIY, we're actually going to be making this today. It is called a DIY robotic hand and it's pretty cool. I'm going to show you later on in the video once we finish it how it works, but it's just a nice little craft to help you wave to your friends when we are far apart, because as you know, we are shelter in place and we do have to keep a social distance from others. So this is a great way to wave to your friends or wave to your family while you are stuck inside or while trying to social distance. So we're gonna get started into the video and I'm just gonna show you all how to make this. Now moving on to the materials that you're going to need for this DIY activity. You're going to need a pair of scissors, which is used in most craft. And then you're going to need a Sharpie or a marker, can be any color. You're going to need some paper so you can trace your hand on. I have a few colors here. Doesn't matter what you use, but you're gonna need some paper. Then you're gonna need a straw. I'm using a jumbo straw, but you can use just, the regular straws that you find at the store or whatever you have at home. Then you're going to need to have different colored yarn or, twine. I'm just showing you the variety. I'm going to be using the black one today. And then of course you're going to need some straws. I have some left over from the last activity I did, which was a DIY weaving activity. If you want to check that out, that is also on the YouTube channel. But you're going to need a few different sizes. So you're going to need a long size, a medium size, and a small size. Just cut however, much of these you need. And I'm going to show you that, of course, in this craft video. But you're only going to need a few of those sizes. Next, you're going to need either double-sided tape, a glue stick. You can use liquid glue or a hot glue, whatever is your preference. I'm going to personally be using the hot glue for this craft because it will dry faster, but you can use, like I said, any other types of tools. If you're going to use a glue stick or liquid glue, make sure that you give time for the straw to dry on the paper, so when you're weaving it through later on, it's not just gonna fall off. That was the issue that we had in our last video, so we're not going to do that this time. Okay, so the first step, we're going to need to trace our hands. I'm going to just take this green sheet of paper, I only have one left, and then leave the rest to the side. You can use your dominant, or you should use your dominant hand to trace so that you get a pretty clean outline of your hand. So I'm right hand dominant, so I'm going to take my marker, move my scissors, and then I'm going to kind of spread out my fingers just a little bit so that it fits the paper. You don't have to use as small paper as I'm using. This is just what I have. You can use like the regular printer paper if that's what you have, or scrap paper. You can even use a newspaper and trace your hand if you want to be a little bit more creative, but this is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace my hand. Doesn't have to be super perfect as long as I'm getting the shape. Be careful when you're tracing with Sharpie because it can get on your hands and Sharpie is a little bit hard to get out. So I would recommend a marker if you can. So this is what it looks like. I have it looks like I have small hands, but apparently this paper is making it big. So now we're going to take our scissors and just cut out the hand. Okay, this one you can either cut around or as close to the outline as you want, or you can cut on the black outline. It's not gonna matter too much because we're not gonna really need the outline for anything. It's the shape of the hand that we want. And this is our hand. So now I'm starting to heat up my hot glue gun by putting plugging it into the electrical outlet. So we're gonna let that warm up for a little bit. But before we do, we're gonna draw the lines on our hand just to represent joints, because when we finish the craft, we're gonna be able to move like the paper fingers. So this is where the sizing kind of comes in, but it's not really necessary. It doesn't have to be the correct size, and that's why earlier I mentioned with the straws we need small, medium, and large. But this is just going to represent what size straw is going onto the fingers. So this one's pretty small, and then next we're going to draw a larger one, so like a medium. And then here we're going to draw a large one, so like a little bit longer. Okay, and you're going to repeat that until you get pretty much to the end of the paper hand. And you're going to repeat that step just for every other finger. Okay, this is going to act as our outline for our straw. This should be a little bit longer. It doesn't have to be perfect, as I always mention. Okay, a little long. These are longer. A little longer. It doesn't have to be equal either. I'm gonna go ahead and see if our tool is a little warm. Be careful with this step, just because you don't want to burn yourself. So it is heating up. So while that's continuing to heat up, I'm gonna bring in our straws and our twine or yarn. So like I've mentioned, you can go ahead and cut out the straws at home. You want to cut them different sizes. So if you had, you know, these long ones and you need them to be a little smaller, you can just take your scissors and cut them smaller if you would like. Be careful because sometimes these straws do fly out. So I don't have the best scissors right now, but this is really what your straws would look like, and you want to cut them into these pieces, so small and medium, and then I have the large one. So before we do all of that, also we're going to want to go ahead and cut our yarn. You can use different color yarn, but I'm just going to use black today because this is all I have. And the way that you kind of want to measure how much you need is pretty much just based off of the outline of the finger. So this is the pinky. You're going to line it, and you want to cut a little bit more, maybe about a third or a half inch more, maybe a little less, from what you have, just so that you have something just in case, you know, you cut too little, you cut too much. You can never really cut too much for this aspect, but that's how much I'm going to be cutting. Okay, I'm going to cut a little. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and leave that on the left side. What's going to help you so that you don't get your yarn mixed up is if you put your yarn in the order that you cut it. So if I know this is for my pinky, I'm going to put it on the left side of my pinky. Okay, and then for the ring finger, I'm going to go ahead and measure that out as well. So now we can put this yarn away. So we also don't need these scissors anymore, so put them in a safe place. And then this is what we're going to be working with for the next step. So now that we have everything cut out with our yarn and our straws, we're not going to need this anymore. If you had to cut out your straws, then just have them organized by small, medium, and large, just like I did right here. And now we're going to get into the gluing process. So my hot glue gun is really warmed up, and you want to be careful when you're using hot glue just because the barrel here is pretty hot, so just be careful. But now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to follow the outline that we drew completely because, like I said, it's more of a guide. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little line of glue, hot glue there. It might stick a little bit. Put that to the side, grab one of my small ones, and you have to act fast with hot glue just because it does dry fast. That's the whole point of hot glue, right? So we're gonna do that small one. And then we're gonna go ahead and then do a little bit of the medium. You want a good enough gap between the small, medium, and large so that when you weave your yarn through, it gives it a good amount of space. Okay? And then these ones are your larges. So I'm not going to be following these down to the T, like I've mentioned, but I'm going to put enough where, it will fit and have enough space. Okay? And then just maybe one more at the bottom here. So I ran into a little issue while we were trying to do the next step of this craft. The black yarn that I had originally shown was too thick for us to navigate through or like weave through. So instead I'm going to switch to this thinner twine. Yarn should still work fine if it is, because yarn is somewhat thinner, but we're going to use this one for this craft for now. So I did the same thing. I went ahead and measured the length of the finger, of that finger outline, and then I did cut a little bit more just so that it's longer. And this is in the order that I measured each finger. So for this step, we're going to take the yarn or the twine that matches with the finger, and you're going to loop through the first one, the small one. So we're weaving like we had. And then you're gonna go ahead and tie a tiny knot if you can. So I'm gonna take the yarn, and this is why it's good to allow drying time so it doesn't just, come off of the paper hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, knot it, bring this little in, and then just tie it, just like that. Not super tight, but tight enough. Okay, and it's okay if you have excess string, that's fine. And then once this is pretty tight, then you're going to weave. You can bend the straw at this point. Mine is coming out a little bit, but you can double knot it. I don't want to tie it too tight, but you can always bend straws a little bit because again, they're representing your joints. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to weave this all nicely through. But now that you have everything, cut out and weave through, you can kind of see how it is a little bit robotic, because if you move each string, it activates each finger, kind of like our own fingers. See? Like so. And then we have a little bit of hot glue here. But if you grab all of the strings together, now it's not going to be perfect, but if you grab them all together and maybe twist them, you can get all of them to move at once. So it's not in a perfect motion, but it's definitely pretty cool. So you can do that. like I showed you in the beginning in the materials, we had this big straw, which you can also do that. What I'm not going to do today is you can take all of these yarns if they were a little longer, and that's why I suggested that we cut the yarn a little longer than we needed, because if we had a full straw, you can also cut this in half if you don't want to use the full one. But you cut the string longer than you need to so that you can bring them all together, whether you want to tie it, glue it, tape it, whatever you want to do. And you would, you know, the concept of that, you would put it into the straw and then loop it all the way through, so then you'd have your hand to hold on to, well, the hand would be stuck to the glue, so then all of the, once this is cut, the string would just come down at the other part of the straw, so then once you pull that, all of the hands or the fingers will move like how I just showed you. So it would be like this, but just using the straw. But you can also play with it just like so, by individually, together. You can just wave to somebody. So it's pretty cool. You can always adapt it, mess around and see what works best for you, whether that's yarn, twine, or like I said, threading, sewing thread. White would be preferred. You can use black one as long as it's like pretty thin, but these ones will do if you don't mind. So yeah, and this is our DIY robotic hand. See you next time. Bye.